Unwavering faith, the Canaanite woman's encounter with Jesus. The sun blazed over the ancient region of Tyre and Sidon, where the streets bustled with life. Dust kicked up with every step, and the air hummed with chatter. Among the crowd was a woman, a Canaanite by birth, who carried a burden so heavy it made her heart ache. Her daughter, her precious child, was tormented by a cruel demon. The girl's cries haunted her every waking moment, and no remedy from her people had worked. But word had spread. A man named Jesus, a healer from Israel, had entered her land. Stories of his power were whispered with awe. The blind could see, the lame could walk, the dead had even risen. She had to find him. Hope burned in her chest, though she knew he was not of her people. She wove through the streets, her eyes scanning the crowd. Then she saw him, surrounded by his disciples. He looked ordinary like any other man, but something about him radiated authority and compassion. Summoning all her courage, she cried out, her voice breaking with desperation, "Lord, Son of David, have mercy on me. My daughter is suffering terribly from demon possession." The crowd fell silent, eyes darting to Jesus. But he said nothing. He kept walking, his face calm and unreadable. The woman's heart sank, but she refused to give up. She followed him, her cries growing louder, more desperate. The disciples, irritated by her persistence, turned to Jesus. "Send her away," they urged. "She keeps shouting after us." At last Jesus spoke, his voice steady and firm. "I was sent only to the lost sheep of Israel." His words cut deep, but the woman's love for her daughter was greater than her pride. She pushed past the crowd, falling to her knees before him. Her face was streaked with tears, her voice trembling as she begged, "Lord, help me." Jesus looked at her, his eyes searching hers. "It is not right to take the children's bread and toss it to the dogs," he said. The crowd gasped. The words stung, but the woman's faith was unshaken. She grasped the deeper truth hidden in his statement. Even the smallest crumb from this man could heal her daughter. She bowed her head low and replied, "Yes, Lord, but even the dogs eat the crumbs that fall from their master's table." Silence hung in the air. Jesus' expression softened, a glimmer of approval in his eye. "Woman," he said, his voice filled with admiration, "you have great faith. Your request is granted." In that instant, she felt it, a peace she couldn't explain. She ran home, her heart pounding. Bursting through the door, she saw her daughter sitting quietly, her face serene and free of torment. Tears streamed down the woman's cheeks as she gathered her child in her arms. Joy and gratitude overflowed, for she knew she had encountered the mercy and power of the living God. The woman didn't let her dire circumstances consume her. She focused entirely on Jesus, the solution, and not the magnitude of the problem. The key lesson is that, even when faced with silence or words that could have discouraged her, she clung to her belief that Jesus could provide the answer. Persistence pays off. Her unwavering determination demonstrated that faith often requires persistence. She didn't give up when obstacles arose. Even a crumb is enough. She understood the power of even the smallest act of grace from Jesus. When faced with life's challenges, the principle is clear. Don't magnify the problem. Focus on the solution. Jesus is always greater than the situation. I hope this message encourages you as you continue studying and seeking the kingdom of God and His righteousness. Thank you for watching.